Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. So hopefully everybody is doing well. And I read a fun little article. So I live up in the greater Midwest, and certain areas of the state have set a record. It's the first time that that record has been set since they started recording weather, like in 139 years ago. 5 consecutive months with more than 10 inches of snow. I don't know if that's something to be proud of or not. So that's just my random fun little thing for the day. The other one is, if you have a garden, don't go in it yet. It's probably really, really wet. I will just say that from experience. So today for our workout, we are going to be doing a step and strength workout. If you do not have a step, does not matter. It's okay. You can still do the workout. You might look a little goofy with some of the exercises, but you can absolutely do this workout without a step. It just means it's going to be a little bit different for you. If you're going to be on the floor, or you will be on the floor, you won't be lunging off of a step. You'll just be lunging on the floor. Or instead of doing side taps off of a bench, you'll be doing side taps on the floor. So it's absolutely 100% okay if you do not have a step. I have no problems with that at all. So we want to grab a step if you have one. We're going to be using weights. Yes, you can use a band for a lot of the exercises. It's just going to be a little bit different, but a step, weights, and then a mat if you want to do floor work down on the floor with us, a mat or a towel, something to put down on the floor. And then depending if you are using a step bench, mine is really ridged on the top and doesn't always feel very good. So you can put something that isn't going to slide, something sticky, like maybe the end of your mat, you can put it over there. Or if you've got gloves, that would be another option, just something to put underneath your hands if you're doing anything on your hands on the step, just because it gets a little uncomfortable with all the ridges and everything kind of digging into your palms. So we got a couple more minutes before we get started, and that's kind of it. So a couple minutes, finish getting ready. I'm going to finish drinking my pre-workout. Hopefully it tastes better than it did yesterday. Yesterday, down at the bottom, a little bit bitter. So a lot of pre-workouts have their amino acids is what it is. And amino acids tend to be a little bit bitter. And even if you put in some sweetener in here, it kind of doesn't taste the greatest. It's kind of hard to mask the taste. So if you just get to the end, sometimes you just get that little bit of bitter and no sweetness at all. And it's not great. It's not awesome. So but just another minute or so to go. And I'm also looking if anybody has any tips or suggestions for workout pants, preferably that are fairly reasonable. I am not a fan of the workout pants that go over my belly button. I am perfectly fine with my workout pants and having maybe a little bit of a muffin top. It is just not comfortable for me to have the higher rise pants. I know a lot of ladies love that, and it is just not for me. So if you have any recommendations on ones that are maybe a little bit over the tummy, but hang out kind of right around your belly button, or maybe even a little bit lower, let me know in the comments. I am all for it. All right, we are going to go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do today is we have a step and strength workout. Don't have a step, no worries, you can still do the workout. And then some strength using dumbbells. If you have a band, you can do the majority of the workout as well. You're just going to modify your exercises a little bit. We're going to do 3 minutes of cardio, 3 minutes of strength. So we have 3 different exercises in each segment. 1 minute of work for each, 15 seconds rest for a little bit of a transition. And that is what we have today. So as always, modify as necessary. Modify as necessary. It's perfectly okay if you can't do the full minute, or if you have to take a break, or if you start on your step and then have to switch to being on the floor. Go for it. I'm fine with that, and you should be fine with that as well. So let's go ahead. We're going to start warming up. So just give yourself a little bit of space. We're just going to start with a nice good tap of the toes. Let's tap it out and in. So now we're starting to wake up the hips in addition to the ankles. 4, 3, 2, heels up, right, then left, right, and left. You can start to add a little bicep curl. We're rolling through the ball of the foot and the big toe. Good. 4, 3, heels to the front. We're just going to add a nice good chest press. Now you can have your hands a little bit lower. We still want our shoulders relaxed. We're doing a little squeeze like we're doing a push-up. 4, 3, tap it to the side, arms stay up. Now we're just going to take it out and in. So you may think this is kind of a goofy movement, but what do? Yeah, this is kind of like wiping off a table. 4, 3, toes to the back, brace your core. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. So the same motion we did first, but instead of focusing on squeezing front, we're focusing on squeezing to the back. Good. Right in the center, circle your hips. Circle the hips. It's okay if they're not high, if you need to start low, but we want to think stepping out. 2, now we're going to step in. So out and in, out and in. This is balance work. This is also stepping over the garden gate, stepping over some toys. Good. Straight leg kicks, out and in. Now you can go faster. We're just going to start with just a nice good kick, nice good reach. It's okay if it's not high. 2, actually now 2 and 1. Now we're going to take our hamstring curls, heels, I can't talk today, heels kicking towards your backside. 4, 3, 2, take the legs wide. We're going to sway it side to side. A little inner thigh stretch. So right now we're not trying to lengthen and stretch out those muscles. We're just trying to get them used to being a little longer and then a little shorter. Good. 4, 3, 2. We're going to bring it in a little bit, toes pointing forwards, maybe a little bit out. We're going to take it down and up. So just a good hinge, sitting back towards your heels. So down and up. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to do one squat. So one squat, one deadlift. Just a good reach. So down, up, forward fold. So I want you to kind of practice the difference between a squat and a deadlift. So think short stop, you got to pick up the ball. Short stop, you dropped it, pick up the ball. 2 more. Down, up. All right, right in the center, we're just going to sway. Nice, good circles. So think about getting those shoulders moving. 4, 3, we're going to circle it back. So start with just a nice good roll right here. Option, you can start to make it bigger. So shoulder leads, then the elbow, then the wrist and the hands. 4, 3, standing tall, we're going to take elbow towards the opposite knee. Now you can have your hands down if this feels better, or you can have your hands up. 4, 3, jog in place right here. So option 1, we jog. Option 2, we power march. 4, 3, 2, jumping jacks out and in. So high impact is your option 1. Option 2, we just have a nice good side tap. Option 3, we have a nice good side step. All right, heel curls. High impact option is a jog. We're bending our knee, bringing our heel to our backside. Low impact option is right here. Nice good hamstring curl. Here's our skaters. Side step, little bit of a cross behind. I want you to think about stretching out the front and side of the hip. Option, add a little hop. 4, 3, march it out, shake it out. All right, grab a quick drink of water. And I'm going to talk about drinking water throughout this workout. Stop when you need to, drink water when you need to. This is your workout, not mine, even though I am going to be doing the workout with you. So, we are going to start with our step. If you have one, you're going to turn it the long way. You're going to start on the top. Actually, you can probably start on one side. You can do just the platform. You can do the platform with a riser, platform with 2 risers. I should probably be doing this with just 1 riser, but what you're going to do is you're going to step up, straddle, up, and straddle. This is what you're going to do right here. If you are down on the floor, you can absolutely think about doing the same movement, or you can just do high knees, all right? Second exercise, side taps on or off the bench, and then we're going to do side pulsing squats going side to side. You have a minute of work, 15 seconds rest, in 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna bring it up, and then we straddle. So up and then straddle. Now you can add a little bit of movement. You can reach up. My room is really not big enough for me to be doing a lot of overhead work right here. So reach up. So nice, good lift. Remember, if you need to, bring it up. Take it wide. Right here. Up. So this is your option. This is also a good way to start to wake up the brains. Now you can just do a little knee and a triple march. My cardio kickboxing ladies, you know this one. This is your option. Low impact. You don't have to jog. You don't have to run. Right here. So bring it up. Good straddle. 2 and 1. If you have a bench, you're going to side tap off the bench. Right here. If you are on the floor, you're going to side tap off the bench right there. Here we go. So side tap. Now if you do have a bench, you're staying on the bench. So mini squat a little bit. Mini squat. You can add a reach. You can add a little bit of a turn, but you want to watch your knees and your ankles. So we're just trying to get our heart rate up. Go at your own speed. If you need to keep going slow, this is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And again, if you're on the floor, this is all right too. We're good. So we're less than 30 seconds. Now, if you want to make it harder, you add a hop switch. So reach, reach. Same thing on the floor. You can add a little hop switch in the middle. This is good. Goal is just to get your heart rate up for 3 minutes, and then we go for strength. Good, bring it up. Side pulsing squat over to the other side. Make sure that your foot isn't on the edge, because when you go over somewhere, your foot's gotta go somewhere. So 1, 2, 3, reach. 1, 2, 3, your time is on. So if you're staying on the floor, no bench, this is the exact same thing you're going to be doing. You're just not going to have one foot elevated. That's okay if you want to make it harder. Power up on that hop switch. 2, 3, bring it up, right? Option, 1, 2, 3, up and switch. Same rule, you can add a little hop switch, Oh, I'm feeling the burn. I definitely haven't done step in a while. 2, 3, good. I'm gonna go back to my step. So really think about your foot position when you are doing the movement across the step. We're not on a balance beam like the gymnast, but this really isn't that wide. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. So, cardio 1, combination 1 is done. We're getting ready to do our strength first round. We're gonna do a squat, curl to press, and I want you to alternate hands, so 1 dumbbell. Then we're gonna do rows right, rows left, and if you're comfortable with it, kneel on the bench. So squat, curl to press. Now if you have a bench or a step stool, this is a great option. You're gonna straddle your bench. We don't wanna be back, bring it forward. Squat, curl to press, set it down, switch sides. Squat, curl to press. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your time is on. You have a minute. Now, especially if you've got a bench, the higher the bench, the easier this is going to be. If you don't have a bench, go as low as you can. If you can get to the floor, great. Otherwise, get as low as you can, switch hands, curl to press. So it's a nice, good down and up. And we are squatting. We're not bending over, we're squatting. So we're sitting our hips back. Chest is tall. We don't want to turn when we pick up our items. So for this, higher is easier, lower is harder. Good curl to press. After this, we have rows. And if you feel comfortable being on the floor, that's what we're gonna do. Otherwise, we're gonna stay up. One arm only. 3, 2, and 1. Rows, if you have a bench. You're going to kneel on the bench. So your knee and your hand. Your other leg can be out to the side, just supporting yourself. So you're parallel to the floor, row and bring it down. Row and down. And if your bench is higher, you're not going to be down on the floor. And that's all right. Other option for you. You stay up, you row up here. So drive. So we don't want to go straight up and down and pull towards our armpit. We're driving it back. Good lift and lower. Option, final option, right here. So I just like this one because it gets you in a good position to do a nice, good, straight up and down row. You have less than 20 seconds, and we're gonna go to the other side. So think nice, good squeeze of the shoulders. Shoulders are down away from our ears. We don't want to hunch up and pop them up. Keep them down. 2 and 1. Good. We're going to switch sides. So if I turn my bench, you're going to be in a nice, good hands and knees position. This leg, for me, I usually just kind of stick it out to the side, maybe a little bit back, and you're going to pull and release. We just don't want to have it in and have it getting in the way. If you need to, yes, you can fully kneel on this bench. We just don't want to have our hips back towards our heels. We want to get a little core work here. So drive it back. And if you don't have a step bench, but you have a bench, you can do this on a bench. Okay, we got 25 seconds, so we're over halfway. Just getting nice, good rows. Remember your option. we drive it back. So just a nice good pull back towards your hips. We have 10 seconds to go. Then we're gonna move on. Second round of cardio. 3, 2, and 1. All right, weights down, out of the way. We are gonna go for our cardio back on our bench. It's the only bad thing about the bench and my room is I just don't have the best setup. So what we're gonna do is we are going to do a repeater knee. So you're gonna step 1, 2, 3, other side. So step 1, 2, 3. If you want to, on the floor, right here, step it back. So pretend you have a bench. Your time is officially on, starting now. So you can absolutely just do 2, 1, and switch sides and just do maybe 4 or 3. Otherwise, we're gonna do a knee up here. So you can do singles. I'm gonna do a repeater. Step 1, 2, 3. Make it challenging if you've got your bench. Corners, 1, 2, 3, right here. Now, especially if you've got a bench, we don't wanna go up and down, so we're balancing on this bench. Tap the toe to the floor. Floor is lava. Yeah. Good reach. Nice, good pull. Now we're gonna do a little side leg. Good, in 3, 2, and 1. All right, side leg. If you're standing, you're just gonna do 3, 2, 1, switch. 3, 2, 1. If you're on the bench, step, side leg. Good. Your time is on. Now, if you're on the floor and you want to pretend that you have a bench, you can join us and pretend you have a bench. I don't have a lot of space. You do have to go a little corner to corner on the bench because it's possible, but it's kind of hard to do this facing front, but you can. And that might actually be a good thing because a lot of people tend to do a side leg with the leg going to the front. Side leg, lift with your glutes. You should feel this on the side of your cheeks. So nice, good lift. You can do corners. If anybody's done a step workout, it's been ages since I have. Think back to Step Reebok. Anybody remember Step Reebok? Jen Miller? Yes? Good. 15 seconds rest. Hamstring curls. Step curl, step curl. If you're on the floor, you're just gonna do curls right here. Yes? Good, your time is on. So a good curl. If you wanna do repeater, you can do 3 or 4, and then you can do the other side. If you're on a bench and you're fussy about staying with the music, you're gonna do 3 curls. If you're on the floor, you're just gonna do 3, or you're gonna do 4, 3, 2, 1, other side, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's up to you. It's up to you. Like I said, my room is really tiny, and if I go too far forward, I get my head cut off. Wouldn't be so bad, except my ceiling is super ugly. So I don't want you to see my ceiling. Not until I get it fixed. Which maybe in the next couple years will be good. We got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna shake it out. We're gonna grab a drink. We are halfway through our workout. We have 2 more rounds of strength and 1 more round of cardio left. So, the next round, we are going to do our strength. We're gonna do reverse lunge, bicep curls. We're gonna do deadlifts, and we're gonna do some shoulders. So we're gonna do some shoulders. because I just realized I scheduled dips twice in this workout and we're not doing dips twice. So reverse lunge, bicep curl on the floor, or you can stay upright. So you're gonna do nice and tall, reverse lunge, bicep curl, reverse lunge, and curl. If you're gonna do this with the bench, you can do a Bulgarian split squat. These are harder than you think, and you're gonna have to switch halfway through, so keep that in mind. You're gonna be up, toe pointing if you can. You're gonna go down, up, bicep curl. This is not the best bench for me, so I am going to step off and curl. Your time is officially on. So I know some of you are thinking, we've been doing this for like 20, 30 seconds already. I know, but I wanna make sure that you get your break, you get your water, and that you understand the workout and that you're good for your options. So you can see the split squat was not great for me for my bench. If you've got a bench, you can absolutely do that. But you gotta switch halfway, which is right about now. So you're halfway through. Make this workout a little harder, lunge, and curl at the same time. I will say, I do like doing lunges off of a bench. You want your knee to stay over your shoelaces. We don't want to step back and push that knee forward. A lot of us have knee issues. We want to be nice to our knees. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do deadlifts. If you've got a bench, do your deadlifts off of your bench. Otherwise, shoulder down and back. Hinge the hips, take it down, squeeze the glute to come up. Good, time is on. So I want you to take it down, bring it up. We don't want to go down and then watch my back start to collapse just to get to the floor. You should feel really good tension on your hamstrings or in your hamstrings. So back of the leg, you should feel like you're stretching the back of the leg and come back up. If you've got your bench, this just means you can go a little bit farther if you're super flexible. The bench is not necessary. It really isn't. So nice and tall. We don't want to let our shoulders round and our back round. For most people, if you can touch your toes, you're loosening up. Deadlifts, you're very stiff. So these are what they call Romanian deadlifts or stiff leg deadlifts. 2 and 1. All right, triceps. Option 1, if you have unhappy shoulders, this is not what you're going to do. Shoulders down and back, hands by your hips, feet out, down and up. So your time is kind of on, so down and up. The rest of us, we're going to sit or we're gonna stand, fold forwards, and we're gonna kick it back. This is our exercise. Nice, good kick back. I'm sitting, you're welcome to stand. You're just going back and in. So think about elbows pointing backwards. We don't wanna let them drop down towards the floor. We gotta lift them up a little bit, point them back behind us. If you are doing the dips, we really want to make sure we're not shrugging our shoulders. We're also not going way out from our bench. Nice and tall, down and up. Feet in, closer, easier. Feet farther out, harder, but your hips still brush your bench. Good, bring it up. Circle those wrists, roll your shoulders. Grab a quick drink. We're coming up for our last round of cardio. So give yourself a little bit of space. Super quick drink. My deadly, dangerous curtains. We're gonna start with bench toe taps right here. If you want to, same thing here. You're just gonna do a heel tap or maybe a toe tap forward. Your challenge is to go faster. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. So option 1, we're right here. Toe taps, add a punch to the front or a reach for the sky. If you're on the floor, you're gonna do like a heel tap. You can do speed bag arms if you'd like. How do we speed it up? Kick, kick. So some people call this boxer shuffle. If you've got your bench, tap, tap. Now you don't have to keep up with the music. Tap, tap, this is fine. Yes? So nice, quick. You're light on your feet. That's what we want to go for. If you've got your bench, lower is easier, higher is harder. 10 seconds to go. We're gonna do some jump shots. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, jump shots. Double touch, bunny hop. Yes, double touch, bunny hop. Option, shuffle, jump shot. Shuffle, jump shot. All right, if you've got your bench, jump shot, little shuffle, jump shot, little side step, jump shot. So this is your option. You can also just do a jump shot, corner to corner. Good reach. Option, add a little bit more of a hop at the top. Now think about your step. You want to make sure this foot gets entirely on the step. You can see I missed a little bit ago. Didn't quite make it. So good reach. Up and up. 15 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. We have our V steps. All we're gonna do is draw a V on the bench or the floor. So it's out and in, out, in. Your time is on. So we're bringing our heart rates down a little. It's not quite as intense as some of the other sets. Your time's on, good reach. Up and down. Up, up, down, down, or open and close. Good, in about 5 more seconds, we're gonna lead with the other foot. Up, down, right here. Left, right, left, right. Remember your option, left, right. Yeah, out and in. Think about getting on that step. We don't want to step and forget about our heels, whole foot. 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. We are gonna head down to the floor, or yes, you can absolutely stay upright. Yes, yes. We're gonna head down. We have push-ups. We have a rear delt, and we were gonna do shoulders last round, weren't we? We were, I lied. So we're gonna do shoulders down here. Shoulders down here. I told you I did it. I wrote it on there twice, and I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, push-ups. Wall, table, chair, bench, incline. Rear delts, lightweight. Shoulders, lightweight, light to medium. So, you can do regular push-ups. You can do push-ups on a countertop. If you're comfortable with it, don't want to do push-ups, lay on your bench or on the floor and do chest presses as long as you're comfortable laying on your back with your heart rate being where it is. We're going to do a nice good push-up. I am going to do on my knees just because that's what I'm feeling today. So getting ready. We are going to do a minute. 3, 2, and 1. So your time is on. So shoulders down and back, brace your core, down and up. So we don't want to think about our tummy going to the bench or our tummy going to the floor. We want to lead with our chest. Shoulders down, chest, and then bring it up. And we don't want to go down, and I know this is the hard part where we come up with our upper body and then we sit back with our hips. Shoulders down, we're going to take it forward, and we're going to bring it back up. Now you are absolutely more than welcome to do a regular push-up and not do an incline, or if you're strong enough, feet on the bench, decline push-ups. That's not always an option for everybody. So if I move my hands back, my wrists will be probably okay. Down and up. Squeeze the glutes. We're bracing our core. We want to push up, not back. 3, 2, and 1. All right, rear delt, standing or seated. Again, this is more of a sitting forward fold position. We're going to bring our arms up, out to the side, and back down. Your time is on. I want you to think about leading with your pinky. Leading with your pinky. So we don't want to lead with our thumbs. I want you to think about leading with your pinky. That's going to actually make it harder for your big muscles to take over. So one foot in front, both feet, brace your core. We don't want to round our spines. We're nice and tall. We hinged at our hips. Lead a bit with your pinky. Trying to get the back of the shoulder and not let those big back muscles take over. So deep breaths. We have about 12 seconds to go. After this, we're gonna do side raises, some good shoulders, or I might change it, we'll see. We might do some press backs instead. Good, all right. And I think I am gonna change it for press backs. We need to get back of the body, that's really what we need to get. Sitting or standing, your choice. Palms facing in like we've been skiing, press it back and bring it in. Time is on. So back and in. Now if you're good at being a little coordinated, front raise, hinge, and go back. So you can do front and back, but we want to make sure that we're not just swinging our arms like we're doing a swing, right? Shoulders, back, hinge, and reach. So really think slow motion ski. Front and take it back. Now we don't want to bend over, right? And we don't want to arch and arch. So up, take it back, good reach. You can stay more upright. Going forward gives you a little bit more work, back of the shoulders, but this is okay too. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Walk it around. Grab a quick drink. Most of us, our heart rate should be a little bit lower since we just did some smaller muscle groups and just did some strength training versus some cardio. Let's go ahead, grab a drink. Keep your feet moving. You want to keep walking around, keep moving around. And we are going to do a little bit of stretching. And we're going to stay up for our stretching. If you've got a bench, we're going to use it. If you don't, that's all right. So just think about good steps. Roll the shoulders, get your heart rate down a bit. I'm kind of proud of myself. Normally by the time I'm done working out, I have got weights everywhere, but this isn't bad. I can live with this. All right, we are gonna take right foot forward. If you got a bench, great. If you don't, then you just take your right foot forward. Nice and tall, we're gonna hinge back and we're just gonna take our hand down, try to get a little bit closer to our toe. We don't wanna round our back just to touch our toe. I want you to have your legs straight, posture tall. We wanna stretch and feel just a little pull on the back of this hamstring. Good, take that front toe down, adjust your back leg, We're just gonna do a nice good calf stretch with your back heel down, all 10 toes pointing forwards, and knee is straight. This is the foot on my side that likes to kick out and likes to get distracted and wander off. All right, keep that back heel down, press that knee forward slightly. If you're really tight, you may have to step in just a little bit. Good, now we're gonna lift our heel, tuck our tail, and we're gonna drop down into a bit of a lunge. We should feel the stretch right into our hip and into our quad. Shoulders are staying tall. Good, release. We're gonna turn to the side. For us, our foot's gonna stay up. If you're down, your foot's gonna be out. Toes are in line. We're gonna sit back and we're gonna do a nice, good inner thigh stretch. Leg up, it's gonna be a little bit harder than leg down on the floor. So do what feels good. Bring it up. We're gonna do that again on the other side. I'm just gonna move my bench over, but we are gonna start with our foot on the bench, toe up, nice and tall, single leg squat, push the hips back. We're gonna reach it to the front. So if a goal for this is we wanna feel the stretch in the hamstring. So if we're bending our knee, we're not gonna feel that. We wanna lengthen these muscles a bit. And the effect is only temporary, which kind of stinks, but the more we do it, the better they get. Bring it up, set the toe down. We're gonna step it back. Back heel is all the way down on the floor. Toes are pointing forwards, and our knee is straight. If you're really tight, your foot might be really close to the bench. If you're a little bit more flexible, your foot will be farther back, but we just don't want to be way far back. So we want some weight here. Let's bend that back knee, push it forward, keep the heel down. Again, you may have to step a little bit forward. Nothing wrong with that. You've got two muscles in your calf and they both work a little bit differently. Let's lift that heel, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, and you're just gonna sink down a little bit. Now, if you tuck and you squeeze and you're like, wow, huge stretch, you stop. That's okay, you don't have to do the little dip. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're just gonna turn to the side. This leg stays straight. You may be able to walk it out more. Sit your hips back. Try to have them in line and your toe pointing forwards. So sometimes you can turn this way or a little bit this way. And I'm feeling the burn in this leg, so it doesn't want to do this. And if that's the case for you too, just stand up, relax, and then sink back in again. Bring it up, carefully come up to a nice good standing position. I'm gonna straddle just because my room is small. We're gonna reach it back. Tried to do a workout with 2 people in here. It did not work well at all. I'm like standing in the corner while I had somebody trying to work out, and this doesn't work real well. Good, bring it in. Hand to shoulders, walk it back. Ribs stacked over your hips. Bring it down. We're gonna roll the shoulders up, back, and down into our back pocket. We're gonna take our right hand and we're gonna try to put it behind our back. So right hand behind your back, and it's okay if it's here because your shoulders just don't do that. And if you can, your other hand is gonna grab and you're gonna give yourself a little chicken wing. And you're going to tilt your head away from that right arm. So nice, good stretch. You're gonna turn and look at your armpits. And then you're gonna turn and look towards the ceiling. Release, we're gonna switch sides. So try to take your hand back. If you can grab it with the other hand, great. If you can't, that's okay too. Shoulder down, and we are going to tilt our ear away from our shoulder. And then we're gonna turn and look at our armpit. And then we're going to turn and look towards the ceiling. So we're still tilting and we're doing our turn. Release, bring it up in the center. Big breath in. Spread the fingers. Exhale, you're going to take thumb to index, middle, ring, and pinky. Good, big breath in. Spread. Keep them spread, and as you come down, thumb to index, middle, ring, and pinky. Good, one more time. Big breath in. And exhale. And you are all done. So I want you to give yourself a nice good pat on the back, whether you were able to make it through the entire workout or if you were only able to join us for a little bit. You did an awesome job. Please let me know in the comments if you liked the workout, if you didn't like the workout, if there are other workouts that you would like to see. I know I'm probably going to sneak in some mobility work next week because we've done about a month's worth of regular workouts and we need to get some mobility in. So kind of a sneak peek for next week. I'm probably going to do mobility work. We will be down on the floor for part of it, so keep that in mind. But just let me know what you want to see. I can do just about anything, sneak some different stuff in. Let me know what you like, and I hope to see you next week. So bye.